With all the promises he has made, Elon Musk must feel like he's carrying the weight of the entire world on his shoulders. He had started a number of new Tesla projects, but only a few of them had received any follow-up or updates. One such project was the Robotaxi, which he announced in 2019. Musk was asked about this new compact car and its progress during the Q4 earnings call. The Robotaxi, according to Musk, will be large-scale and self-driving. Musk has fallen short of his full autonomy goals several times. He predicted that in 2020, Robotaxis without human drivers would be available in some US markets. He said in January that he would be shocked if Tesla doesn't achieve full self-driving that's as safe as human driving by the end of the year. So how will this car look? Musk describes it as futuristic. We have only seen one official rendering of the compact, and it was only of the exterior, with no hints in the interior. For starters, compared to the exterior size of an ICE vehicle, electric cars are much more spacious on the inside, partly due to the lack of an engine, which saves a lot of space. Even though this vehicle is classified as a compact, it's unlikely to be as tight as most compacts, but it doesn't end there. This interior design has the potential to be revolutionary. There is no longer a need for a dedicated driver's seat and all other driving aids, steering wheel and pedals, no stalks and no gear changes. There's also no need for a rear view mirror or even side mirrors. Whether it's just one screen or several, the choice is yours. The passengers are not even required to face in any particular direction. Even if electric vehicles are more spacious than ICE vehicles, they'll still be smaller and have less space than the Model 3 or Model Y. But what if the interior could be customized in some way? What if you could order a seating configuration along with your taxi based on the number of passengers you'll be traveling with? Maybe the seats could be electrically rearranged to accommodate a single passenger with plenty of legroom and automatically rearrange the seats as the number of passengers increases. Perhaps a seat that reclines to the point of being a bed. Here, we have complete freedom to rethink car travel. About 90% of Uber fares are for a single passenger, so it makes sense for Robotaxi to have similar ratio. So why not make it possible to cater to the needs of a single passenger? With this dedicated Robotaxi vehicle, Tesla will not have to worry much about the cost because the return will be insane no matter how you look at it. They can easily justify a significant increase in prices to get these Robotaxis out, especially if they are not aiming for a $25,000 budget. Just putting it out there now makes so much sense. If these are expected to earn $1.5 in fares throughout their lives, investing enough money in their development changes the game. Tesla could improve its vision with larger budget by upgrading the cameras to a higher quality. They could also mount the cameras on the top of the vehicle so as to get a better view of what's going on. Tesla has learned a lot more about AI FSD neural nets since they first designed Model 3, and they probably have a better idea of what is required for a Robotaxi or FSD now, and the car can be built around that. We believe that LFP batteries will be used in these taxis, but nickel or manganese batteries could be used instead if there is a large enough budget. Manganese, in fact, might be ideal for them. Its energy density is similar to nickel's, but it's about 10 times more abundant. And as previously stated, these cars don't need to be designed to save every penny. They can have a reasonable production budget. They'll have a longer range if they don't use LFP. Who knows how far some people might want to travel in a Robotaxi, so this may be necessary. Just for the cost of goods sold, they could cost Tesla around $35,000 each. They could generate millions of dollars per year. It has a good chance of becoming the most mass-produced vehicle in history. Even if Tesla produces only 3 million cars per year, the cost of these cars will cost $100 billion per year, and it'll take a few years or longer for them to pay for themselves. Even for Tesla, that is a lot of money. On the other hand, many people would like to be interested in purchasing one, and they might have to share the profits from the taxi with Tesla. Although they cost $100,000 to buy, Tesla wouldn't be selling cars, they would be selling a company. Each taxi must be managed and maintained. They must be cleaned, charged, and stored. What about late at night when no one wants a taxi? Where does Tesla keep all of them? Many people's driveways or garages could be used to store these taxis, and they would do so willingly if they were paid. Otherwise, Tesla will have to enter the car cleaning business as well. It feels a little basic for Tesla, and I'm sure they have more pressing matters to deal with. Remember that Uber provides the most rides despite not owning any taxis. It's possible that Tesla will also be able to do the same. All things considered, if Tesla can move into a dedicated Robotaxi that is not built on a shoestring budget, it can boost people's confidence in Tesla and encourage other companies to come up with their own spin on the autonomous taxi market. Well, if the Robotaxi is anything like we expect it to be, then it'll be something I'm willing to invest my money into. And keep in mind, with robotaxis, the numbers can get a little out of hand. Consider a stock price in the 5-figure range.